long as there's been television, there have been television logos or station idents. Even when there was only one channel, no break between programs was allowed to pass without a reminder to the viewer that it was the BBC providing the bounty. When ITV began broadcasting in the mid-50s and started competing for our loyalty, the logos became shriller, louder and busier, and that's the way things have carried on. Today, the station idents are state-of-the-art electronic wizardry, and thousands of pounds are spent on getting just the right corporate identity. Here's Peter York with a short history of the TV logo.
Design comes to us all in the end, and TV logos or idents are going design balmy now. From the first, TV logos have maintained the seamless illusion of a continuing presence between programs, the notion that somebody was there in television land. They were also meant to tell you something about the companies. Remember classics like these? All gone, those stations, but they established some key graphic precedents. Dynamic movement with spins and drops and an early modern Tin Pan Alley look that was somehow Hollywood-on-Thames, rather like transatlantic film production companies. One suspects they'd like to have put the word international in there somewhere. The regional companies, by contrast, emphasized the ancient kingdoms they came from, with heraldic devices and Robin Hood baronial music, but all molded to the excitement of TV values.
Tyne Television, Channel 8.
But one regional station felt itself too big to be doing with cod heraldry. Granada's first gritty and presumably highly economical 60s modern graphic, saying, "From the north," as if they owned it, still looks positively defiant today. The next round of logos appeared with colour in the late 1960s. Some early colour logos, like ATV's, were so proud to be colour and so keen to sell colour sets that they actually said, "in colour," to tell black and white viewers that they were missing out. But the general impression from these early colour logos is just how archaic and two-dimensional they were. The design approach had hardly changed. Then came the Mavericks. No graphic nonsense for Anglia, but a silver knight in the round. How tall was he, one wondered? 1 inch or 2? And what was he made of? It looked like something you could buy in a box of 10. Anglia or Airfix. The TSW symbol, known in designland as Kermit's bra, was completely impenetrable. Was it Sydney Opera House? A funny hat? Or what exactly? In the early 1980s, however, some real magic appeared. The Channel 4 logo was bold, primary, designery, and it symbolized the way Channel 4 actually worked, by the assemblage principle. In the C4 logo, multicolored bits fly apart in space, and then they magically reassemble, just like Channel 4 assembled its diverse menu of programs of all kinds from outside suppliers. This pluralistic theme was lost on existing contractors, who just rushed to copy the trick. Flying bits in space. How do they do that? broadly, it looks as if the smaller the station, the more frequently and feverishly the logo gets changed. In another corner of the forest, from the late 30s on, the BBC had moved from its initial go forth and radiate transmitters, all jolly marching music and empire propaganda style, to annex the best symbol going. The globe guaranteed internationalism, authority and continuity, so the BBC stayed with it from the 60s. With silent majesty, it's persuaded 3 decades of viewers that the BBC is the axis the world spins on. But times are troubled in TV land now. There's been a flurry of corporate activity recently on ITV. The white paper on broadcasting put the ITV companies, jointly and severally, on the defensive, and they've started huddling together graphically, sticking their hard-worked station logos under the ITV wing, with their proud symbols reduced to unrecognizable pennants. And see what they're scared of. The first space invader, Sky, is beaming down, with BSB and its hyper-technology coming this spring. The Sky logo's like the Sky product, decidedly American in style and scale, big, vulgar, and distinctly different from the happy, regulated world of British Empire television. You see, the more heartache in television land, the more doses of corporate identity, the more money, time, and great minds devoted to tiny symbolic meanings, and the more gymnastic the logos themselves. Meanwhile, on a million couches, life goes on.
Peter York. Tomorrow night on The Late Show, Stuart Cosgrove reports from Glasgow, a city preparing for its role as European City of Culture in 1990. And Enterprise Culture. We explore the myths behind Star Trek as it heads for its final frontier. Plus jazz vocalist Jerry Allen singing live. And finally tonight, our graphic designers tell us they've been asked by BSB to design their new station ident. We leave you with a sneak preview. Good night.
Well, just in case you're thoroughly confused, I can assure you that you're watching BBC Two.